Hey everyone, my name is Mac and I work in the Writing and Tutoring Services Department at Tyndale. And today I'm going to be joined by Accessibility Specialist Rachel Bonk, Residence Director Victoria Hainu, and Dean of Student Life George Sweetman to consider the important topic of community. Community is something that is incredibly important. In the book of Hebrews, we're admonished by the author not to forgo fellowship with one another for the benefit of our faith, while the book of Proverbs recognizes the transformative effect community can have on our character. Not only this, but community is an essential ingredient to the development of our minds, our heart, and our character so that we can better serve the church and the world for the glory of God. With that being said, this academic year has been more challenging than usual. In light of the pandemic, we've had to practice social distancing for the benefit of our peers and switch our academics to online learning only. These two factors make the pursuit of community incredibly difficult. So the question we have before ourselves today is, how can we meet our need of community in a time when, at best, community looks extremely different from what we're used to, and at worst is something extremely difficult to come by? That's what we want to consider today. At Tyndale, we recognize the important role community plays in the development of our faith, our mind, our heart, and our character, but we also recognize how COVID-19 has been a challenge in facilitating community. Therefore, we want to take some time to underscore to you today the importance of community and the ways that Tyndale has developed means to meet and facilitate that need. By the end of this video, you have a better understanding of why community is important and how you, as a student of Tyndale, can access those means. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in and understand why community is so important to our well-being.
When faced with the question, what is the recipe for a healthy life? Many people will quickly reply with more sleep, healthy eating, physical activity, and keeping your mind sharp as you age. All are fantastic answers, but often one necessity is forgotten: social interaction. To understand how socialization impacts our mental and physical health, it is important to have a brief understanding of the nervous system and its role in the body. The nervous system is composed of the central nervous system, made up of the brain and the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, consisting of the rest of the nerves in the body. The brain is responsible for 6 main tasks: sensation, perception, emotions, actions, thoughts, and body organ regulation. You can think of each process like a different part in a bigger machine, like the different parts in a car. Each part has its own distinct function, but all the parts work together to keep the car running smoothly. If one part becomes damaged or broken, other parts, or the car itself, may stop working properly. Like the coolant in a car, your mental health will keep the other car parts from corroding or seizing up, but it requires the proper care and attention on a regular basis. Even though you can't see the coolant while driving the car, its role is no less important in ensuring your car's safety and longevity. Since our mental health is so important to maintain, how can you make sure your mental health stays in tip-top shape, especially as we remain in lockdown during the COVID-19 pandemic? Ironically, socialization is one of the best things we can do to maintain a good level of mental health. And in current times, the safest way to do this is virtually. Socialization has been an integral part of species success over time. Community has allowed humanity to pool together our resources, compare perspectives, raise the future generations together, leading to shared skills, to pass on knowledge through stories, and much more. So how does lack of community affect our mental health? The short answer is that it impacts us in a negative way. Lack of social contact actually reduces neurotransmitter levels in the brain, which can lead to depression, anxiety, fatigue, lack of motivation, decreased self-worth, feelings of hopelessness, inability to focus, and more. In combination with decreased neurotransmitter levels, there is an increase in stress hormones that over time negatively impact the body. Thankfully, the brain can change and adapt to a certain extent, and mental health does not stay static our entire lives. With the proper tools, we can improve our mental health at any age. Reintegrating social contact, including virtual socialization, can improve mental health to pre-isolation levels. Now, not only is community important for our brain and mental health, but it also sharpens important life skills that carry over into our academics, relationships, and in navigating adulthood. Socialization in all levels of academia provide alternative perspectives, forcing us to shift how we look at the world. Contemplating different viewpoints improves learning, can push us to utilize abstract thought, and it can force us to look at the world from a different angle. Having a social group in your academics can create a more engaging environment that increases your motivation towards learning. Hearing information or concepts phrased in a different way is sometimes the missing link we need to have a class concept click into place for us. Community provides this safe space to take in and share our different perspectives. Socialization and community provide us with an opportunity to feel supported, to learn how to be supportive, to learn how to see the bigger picture, including the community's needs, and how to let go of our ego to connect deeply to others. Community teaches us how to listen to the needs and views of others while also learning to express ourselves accurately and with grace. Along the same lines as relationships, community forces us to have conversations that strengthen our character by learning diplomatic skills that allow us to practice listening, being open-minded, and conversing with others in a positive way about different views and opinions. We practice these diplomatic skills in all our encounters with others, whether they are in our family, or a friend, a work colleague, or a complete stranger. Through our experiences with others over the course of our lives, we learn our values, what to stand up for, and how to stand up in a diplomatic way. Community expands our empathy and understanding of the struggles faced by others throughout the world. When we build connections through social interaction, we can better identify, empathize, and stand up for victimized individuals.
There are a variety of reasons students from across Toronto, the entire province of Ontario, Canada, and around the world choose to study at Tyndale University. Obviously, a huge reason is the excellence of our academic programming and faculty who teach with care and deep competency. But I know that's not the only reason, because you've said that to me. Many of you talk about the Tyndale student experience as being such an important part of your educational journey. Whether you're here for one semester or across 2 full degrees, you've come to expect times of spiritual formation, personal development, and an opportunity to deepen your understanding of who God is, who you are, and what your calling is. My name is George Sweetman, and I'm the Dean of Students at Tyndale University. And I want to chat with you for a couple of moments about what Tyndale is doing in this season of absence to be present to and for you. My colleague Victoria Haino will detail some of the unique options just for undergraduate students. But I want to talk about some of the opportunities that are available to all of you as a Tyndale student this year. First, let me chat with you about our chapel programming. Chapels at Tyndale are foundational to who we are as a community. Our DNA pulses. It's part of the core of who we are as a Christian institution of higher education. Every week when we join together to worship by singing, praying, hearing God's word, and connecting with other believers, that is what critically is Tyndale's reason for being. We are a trans-denominational, ethnically diverse community with a common bond of faith in and service to Jesus Christ. And this semester, we'll be offering over 20 different chapels for you to connect with throughout the entire 12 to 13 weeks of the semester. Our first opportunity is our community chapel that's held on Tuesdays as a live stream event at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. And that's available to be viewed at that time, but not only at that time, but for the entire semester, because it's available on our live stream network as well as on our podcast. This semester, our lineup is excellent. Speakers ranging from our president, Marjorie Kerr, to professors such as Ashur Yusuf and Vivette Henry, and local pastors including Karina Shea and Chris Chase. Then during the month of February, we'll be hearing from different speakers talk about the Black experience in Canada. And then in March, Our speakers will start reflecting on different spiritual practices and disciplines that have helped them and will help us lean into and deepen our common faith in Jesus Christ, especially during this time of disruption. On Wednesdays, my colleague Lizzie Reynolds invites you to listen to her bi-weekly podcast called Abide. She'll be moving through a number of the Psalms this semester. Abide chapels invite you to take a deep breath, slow down, and meditate on Scripture and pray reflectively. They really are Sabbaths in the midst of a busy week for all of us. You can join us by logging into the podcast. Seminary students, your council has put together something called The Gathering, and it's going to be offered every 2 weeks on Wednesday afternoons. These chapels, especially shaped for Tyndale seminary students, are times to get together, connect with other seminary students and faculty, consider a devotional, and pray together. There are always rich times of community. So if you're a SEM student, please join us at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time approximately every 2 weeks. We'll let you know more about that in the weeks to come. And undergraduate students, as you know, all of you are in one of 5 houses at Tyndale: Adrian, Beamer, Harris, McRae, or Stiller. This term, almost every Thursday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time, you're invited to join your house leader in what we're calling House Meet and Eat. It'll be an online chance for you to connect with other members of your house, talk a little bit about that week's Tuesday Community Chapel, share stories together, and pray. On top of all of these chapel times, there are other chances to meet with fellow students in other forums throughout the semester. Student organizations and clubs offer program-specific meetings and events. Your student councils are putting together different opportunities. Larger colloquia will be held at different points through the semester for students to participate in. And there'll be chances for students to meet informally through programs like Discord at the seminary and the CAF for undergraduate students. All of these are there to bridge the gap of times of connection and conversation. Keep your eyes open for announcements about these events and programs that are going to be coming up throughout the next 13 weeks. Finally, let me take a moment to talk about our amazing Tyndale Counselling Services. The team is led by Sheila Stephen with the excellent support of Basma Yunan and some really wonderful administrators. Our counseling services thrives on helping students flourish. If you need to chat with someone about an issue in your life, or if you want to find out more about who you are by taking a personality assessment instrument, or if you need some assistance with a personal matter or a relationship concern, Tyndale Counseling Services is here for you. To connect with them, just link on their website that's available off the Tyndale site, www.tyndale.ca. If you want to chat more about these offerings, or if you have more ideas, we're always looking for creative solutions. Please send me an email and we can chat more about it. Thanks so much for listening, and may this winter 2021 semester be filled with hope, growth, and joy that comes from Jesus Christ. Thanks.
Hi guys, my name is Vic, and I'm here to talk to you about what kind of events we have going on campus and how you can connect with them. We have actually a lot of things going on, and the way that we advertise that is mostly through Facebook and Instagram. We have a Facebook group called Tyndale Undergraduate Students, and we have an Instagram profile called Tyndale Student Life, and it's all one word. And whenever we have anything going on, whether it's giveaways or just general university events, that's where we will advertise about those things. We also send emails to my Tyndale accounts, and we update the tyndale.ca website under upcoming events whenever we can. So if you don't have social media, you can still participate and you can still be a part of this community and know that these things are happening. We try and do a lot to make sure that we are connecting outside of class, that you guys can see your peers, you can see each other's faces, you can share life and laugh together in a different setting. So the events that we host are actually held by different groups. We have clubs that are pretty unique to their own interests. We have our EC team, which is our events team, and they put on kind of bigger scale community events once a month. And also we have our house leaders who put on intimate house events that are in-house. So Stiller will be meeting with Stiller, and Beamer will be meeting with Beamer, that kind of thing. And they have it once a month too. So we have about 3 to 4 events that are happening every month that you can be a part of. And like I said, wide range of, if you're really into connecting with a lot of people, you can do that. But also if you're more into having a group of 5 people getting together and doing a Bible study and praying together, that's something that we offer as well. If you're wondering about what kind of events we have done in the past, last semester, the events ranged from conversations about mental health and how to have an open dialogue about that in a comfortable setting. And also we had things like Tyndale's Got Talent, which was kind of a bigger event where students submitted audition tapes beforehand, and we were able to watch those together, vote on them. There were celebrity cameos that were there to cheer us on and introduce acts and things like that. So it was pretty exciting. And next semester, I hear that they have some pretty great ideas, and I'm really excited to see what our students put together to serve you and to ensure that we're all just having a bit of fun together.
Something that we started this year was an esports league. We've always had a healthy online gaming community here at Tyndale, and we've decided to kind of make it a little more official. And we started last semester with Rocket League, and Aaron Head took home the first ever championship. This is something that's been really exciting for us. It was a great way to get this going, and this semester we're looking into what a different game that we can do that is cross-platform and free and accessible for all to play. So once we find the perfect game, we will advertise that and you can sign up.
Lastly, I want to talk about Tyndale Connect. This is an intimate ministry that we started. For years, student development has wanted to make sure that every student feels seen and heard. And this was what we came up with to try and accomplish that, especially online. We didn't want you guys to feel like you had nowhere to go if you had questions about class or events, what's happening on campus, or just somebody to talk to in general. So we assigned our student leaders a list of undergrad student names to ensure that every single person who's in our university has somebody reaching out to them every now and then. This can be formal or informal, as much as the student wants. This is via email or text or Facebook. And also if it's something that the student isn't necessarily interested in, maybe they have a solid community already and they don't need this. It's just the confidence in knowing that there is someone at Tyndale who is thinking of you and praying for you. And so that's something that we are doing.
So there you go. Hopefully by now you understand the importance of community and its effect on our well-being and mental health, and all the ways you can access fellowship with your peers at Tyndale, whether that be from social media or chapel or some esports or simply just getting together in video calls. Never forget that you're not alone. We care about you at Tyndale, and most importantly, God does too. Take care.